3. Since you're aware now, do you hear the DDLC theme every waking moment you're on screen?
Nope, no BGM3. I could hear it while I was president, though. Oh, I wonder what's playing now. Hey, Monica! Yes? What music do you hear right now? I'm so used to the regular songs, I mostly tune them out. But this track caught me by surprise. It's okay, everyone, but it's playing all 5 versions together. They're pretty harmonious, actually. Oh, no, I wish I could hear it. Can I be president for a little while? No.
Veronica and Sayori, once you two talked after the end of the game, did you decide to keep the player off limits in order to go with the flow of things?
Oh, why didn't you just ask me this? They already asked me, too. Well, what was your take on it? Okay, not off limits, but we agreed not to mess things up. Okay, good. Let's play good. What about you? Are you going with the flow? Yeah, of course. Well, I would be. The CMA stuff was the last thing anyone expected. Yep, and this mod only flows one way. So we've gone over a week without any accidents. I don't think that's something to brag about.
For Tiffany, hi again, Tiff. I thought only one question would be allowed last AMA, so I only did one, but since I can do more, then I'm taking advantage of it this time.
Oh, no problem. Although I could have used more questions before, I'm still happy to answer them now.
1. This will be an odd question, but bear with me. Say you found out that your life was a video game, and everyone around you, even the Literature Club, wasn't real, and the only real person was the player of the game of which you are in, and that game was a scripted dating sim, in which you hardly get to interact with said player because of the game, and it only gave you time to try and interact based off the player's time with the other Literature Club members. But you discovered you had some control over the game. What would you do?
Well, that scenario seems oddly specific. Let me get this straight. You're asking what I'd do if I lived in a tacky dating sim, but the player couldn't date me, just the other club members, and I could control the game to do something about it. If nobody was real with me and the player, of course I'd want their attention, but what I did to do depends on what I'm capable of. If I could write my own route, that'd be the obvious choice, although I guess they could still pick somebody else. If there was no way to make myself available, I'd just be stuck. Even if they liked me, there'd be nothing they could do about it. Well, maybe I'm missing the scope of this question, but it sounds like an all-around crappy situation.
2. For a more simple set of questions, what's your favorite fruit, dessert, and drink?
Alright, my favorite fruit is kiwi. My favorite dessert is chocolate. Doesn't matter what form, I'll take it. Although I do like solid chocolate best. And as for drinks, I just love orange soda. I do. Ooh. Mad props if you got that reference.
3. Have you ever heard of or tried a Luther burger?
Nope, I can't say that I have. I wonder if it's something I can find around here. Doesn't sound like it. I'll see what I can do for the follow-up, okay?
You know, I just noticed something a couple text boxes back. Whenever I was posing the dokis for this mod, I did my best to make sure they were as close to the center of the screen as they could be without touching the words of the questions so that they could still be read around their bodies. But Tiff, on this one, her hand was up and it was kind of poking the burger there. And that's because whenever I was correcting the shape of Tiffany's head, I wanted to maintain her height. But that resulted in me having to bump her sprite up from the bottom a little bit. So she got artificially taller by a few pixels down here instead of up there. And that resulted in her hand bumping up into the burger. There you go. You didn't need to know that, but hi. 4. Ever played Parappa the Rapper? If not, I bet MC or Shiro could show it to you.
Well, I just declared him as my favorite character, so what do you think? I played it when I was really young. I had to borrow a friend's PlayStation. It's actually the first rhythm game I ever tried, and I loved every minute of it. It only could have been better if he got to rap off against Joe Chin for always stealing his thunder.
5. What's your shoe size? This isn't fetish related, I'm just curious.
I'm glad it's not about a fetish. But now I'm wondering why you're curious in the first place. My feet are pretty average. I wear a size 7. So not especially big or small.
6. What legacy would you want to leave behind for future Lit Club members?
Legacy? We'll be lucky if anything's left of this club next year. Everybody's going out the door but me, so... hold on. Tiff, how old are you? I'm 17. For real? Well, 17 and a half, but yeah. Well, isn't that something? What's so funny about that? Nothing. It just makes you the youngest member in our group. Whoa. You're younger than me? You're older than me? Well, hey, that really is something. Don't let it go to your head. Anyway, if the club somehow did carry on, I'd like to leave them a comfortable place to explore any and all forms of writing.
Say you were club president. What will be your first club activity?
Well now, if I was calling the shots, I'd organize a poetry slam first thing. We'd all write a short poem and recite them to the group. Then we'd choose a winner and discuss how we can all improve. I think that'd be fun.
For Tiffany and Monica, say you combined Tiff's raps with Monica's tips of the day. How would one tip look?
Interesting concept. I like the idea. Same here, but I'm not sure how to even begin to do that. Well, I assume you need to hear a good tip first. Even then, they're basically asking for improv, and I don't think I can deliver. That's okay. Maybe we can organize something later. You mean like for the follow-up? Yeah, we'll take our time and make a really good one. I'm down to try at least.
For Tiffany and Natsuki, would you two be interested in a YouTube channel where Natsuki bakes and Tiff raps out the whole ordeal, or just something involving graphics and baking in general?
Rap about bacon? That might be interesting. I think the idea has potential. If the songs are catchy, maybe they could help people remember the recipes. It's possible. I think they'd be tricky to write, though. Hey, you said you want to get better at rapping stuff. But you being up to the challenge is kind of a secondary concern. Oh, why's that? I have literally no way of making this happen. Well, there is a tech guy in the club now. If you think I'd hire Shiro to help, you're crazy.
For Tiffany and Yuri, I know Yuri loves the deep and expressive words our language provides, and Tiff loves to rap, so by default, do you think you two would be the perfect pair to bounce ideas off of for poetry? Your styles may be different, but I think you two would be the most compatible.
You just want to get me rapping with everybody, huh? That's a curious prospect. I suppose that depends on your style, Tiff. You should know by now I tend toward things that rhyme. I definitely don't. But perhaps I could help you in another way. I have a fairly large vocabulary. I might be able to come up with some unique rhymes for you. Hey, and there's something. Maybe you'd know the perfect word if I got stuck. I won't deny the possibility. Is there anything I could do for you, though? I don't know. It's alright if you have your own way of doing things. Yes, I'm used to my own processes. That's fine. I know writing can be real personal. If you like your style, then keep on keeping on. Thanks for understanding.
For Tiffany and Sayori, which of you two is better at rock, paper, scissors?
I don't know, Sayo. How good are you? I think there's only one way to find out. You want to throw down right here, right now? Yeah, let's do it. I bet she takes rock. Good old rock. Nothing beats that. Rock. Paper. Oh, you got me. Want to do best of three? I love fair and square.
For Tiffany, Shiro, and MC, which of you would do better in a game of DDR? In my experience, larger people move quite a lot faster than smaller people when playing, so Shiro may have the advantage here, even though he says he's no good at rhythm games.
No offense, boys, but I think I've got you beat.
I have no doubt of that. I don't know if this is true about heavier people, but you still need rhythm regardless. I wouldn't stand a chance.
I'm trash at rhythm games too. It's no contest. Especially if you're as good as you say.
Well, I do have plenty of practice. You sure you don't want to square off sometime?
Pass.
Same. For everyone, one. If you could have two wishes, what would you wish for? Feel free to reply separately of each other's presence if it's a private thing.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. I wish I could get a big breakthrough in show business. And that writing came to me more naturally. I wish for infinite cookies. Oh, and for clear skies forever.
Oh, Bun. I wish we could be happy together for all eternity. And that you liked PUBG more than Fortnite.
I wish I was a god at game design. And, to drop about 50 pounds permanently.
I wish I could freely enter and leave books as I please, and to better control my impulses. Are you okay, Natsuki? I don't bring everybody down. That's alright, I understand. You're among friends, you're safe here. Well, I wish I had a family again. I don't even need a wish number 2. Oh, Natsuki! You know, we'll always be here for you. Don't! I'm fine! Just, yeah, I answered it. Well, I wish. I so wish I could escape from this world and finally be with you.
2. Since Jiro mentioned he has played Magic the Gathering before, he can explain, what colors of magic would each of you use and why? I think I've bombed halibabica with enough questions to compile. Have fun, everyone!
Jiro, we'll need your help on this one.
Just because I've played it before, huh? Well, as you may recall, I was never that into Magic the Gathering. I had to borrow decks off my friends. We could pick and choose elements to assign to everyone. But you just had to tack Y onto the end of that question. I don't know all the details, but I know enough to say the colors in Magic signify more than just elements. You have more definite concepts and principles behind them. You can't just hand them out. So to properly answer this question...
You need to do research for the follow-up.
Precisely.
Then we'll be waiting for now.
Mr. Darkbox, Natsuki, are your eyes naturally pink or do you wear contacts?
I already told you they are. Aren't you even paying attention to my... Sorry, I'm still kind of on edge. I got them from my mom. I think they're really pretty. My family is all just very pink.
Fear my speed. I got questions for all of y'all. Oh, I could read more. Cheryl, I just wanted to apologize for rushing to conclusions about your feelings for Yuri, and I hope that even if you don't end up together, you can at least become friends.
Hey, no hard feelings. I hope she and I can be friends too. I feel like we have potential, but I guess I creeped her out, huh? I can't say I'm surprised. Just me coming on too strongly again. I'll see what I can do. I don't think it's hopeless, but I won't assume anything either.
Also, question, do you happen to play Pokemon Go by any chance? A lot of people give it shit, but I've still been playing it and been having fun with it. If so, what team are you?
I have mixed feelings about Go. Here's the thing. I'm a core series guy. Raising and battling Pokemon is my favorite thing to do. Go is vastly different from the usual games. I can understand the appeal, but it's just not for me. I almost consider it a different game. So, while I'm not content to wander around Japan flicking my phone, I have no problem with others doing so and enjoying it. Just don't talk to me like we're playing the same thing. Oh, but if I did play it, I'd join Team Valor for sure.
Tiff, thanks for your advice on rap battles. I think it came out much better than I thought it would. I'll be sure to let you know when that fanfiction comes out, if you're still interested. Also, who do you think would win in that scenario?
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I could help you out. You better believe I want to see it. Just let us know when it's done. I'm tempted to say Natsuki would win, but who knows? Maybe Howlett could one-up her. Or maybe I'm just giving him the benefit of the doubt. Haha. Who won? Who's next? You decide.
MC, glad you liked my fanfiction, bro. In fact, later on, I'm planning to have you and Natsuki get into a rap battle. So, what would your rap name be? A rap battle? How did it ever come to that? Well, I can't imagine what you might have in store, but I guess my rap name would be MC. No, I can't think of anything less lame. Yuri, I'm really glad you enjoyed my poem. Your feedback was really good. When combined with Monica's, I could see that, what the two of you meant when you said that the progression was stunted or whatever it was you said because of the sudden change between was and is, and it made me realize that I could probably have done plenty of work to make the poem flow around that. Could you perhaps expand on how I could improve that poem?
Oh, I'm glad you found our advice helpful. I believe the word born accused was stilted, but yes. I think if you want to improve on that, you could expand the poem with one more segment. It began with what you were, and moved on to what you are, so the next step is what you will be, or what you hope to be. Having some goals is never a bad thing, and that would balance out the poem's progression. That's about the most I can offer you. I hope you continue to write and improve.
Also, I'm glad you felt safe enough to, come out about your self-harm. We don't think of you any differently, but we all hope you get better soon.
Oh, I don't know if it's a matter of getting better, but all the support did help. I couldn't have been so open about it otherwise. Although Natsuki endured some serious grief in her AMA, she spared me from quite a shock. I hope we can all find better lives someday.
Natsuki, I hope you're doing better after the finale of your AMA. You seemed really upset by other questions.
Well, it was really upsetting. As if me breaking down and crying didn't make that obvious. But in a way, I'm glad for it, since word got around like that. It's better if you know what's really up instead of spreading crazy rumors. Did you guys really think he was super abusive or something? Anyway, I talked to him about it a little since then. He said, well, that he couldn't deal with it right now, which is about what I expected. But he did say he loves me, so I don't know. It's hard to get my hopes up.
Hopefully, I can lighten the mood a little. I'm currently writing a hot fanfiction for Tales of the Literature Club, and at one point, you and MC get into a rap battle with one another. Who would win, and what would your rap name be? I decided to go with Rapsuki, but any preferences?
Okay, there's no way in heck I can come up with a better name than Rapsuki. So you stick with that for sure, alright? Also, I would totally win. Howie ain't got nothing on me. Make sure I thrash him good, okay? You know, for accuracy's sake.
Sorry, Monica, you two might want to be alone for this one. Shouldn't they know the truth? I mean, even though Tiff and Shio are original characters, they seem just as real and sentient and alive as the rest of you do. They should know the truth. If Sayori was forgiving, the rest of them would be too.
Here we go again. Well, let me first say that Tiff and Shiro are definitely real like us. There was never any question of that. Whether the rest will be forgiving is impossible to say. Like, Act 2 may have been just a couple hours for you. But it was an entire week for them. That spiral into madness was not quick. And never mind that Yuri brutally killed herself. Or the trauma Nazi must have felt discovering her corpse. They have plenty of reasons to be absolutely furious. But here it comes. They should know, shouldn't they? Don't they have a right to? I've said over and over, it's not that simple. But I know you're all aching for an answer, and I do have one. But I need you to be patient.
Or at least, if you don't tell all of them, at least I'm saying, the reason I created the fourth wall of text for him and not the others was because I knew if there was anyone who'd understand, it would have been him. He's the MC, the protagonist, the one who's seen practically every corner of this game in its modded version. If there was anyone in the club who'd understand and believe the nature of your reality, it'd be him. Why is it so important that they don't know?
Oh, Monica, can we at least tell him? No, not even him. Why not? Do you think they're wrong? I wouldn't understand. Answer the question, Monica. Why is it so important that they don't know? There's no point in even talking about this. We're not telling them, and that's final. And that's all we need to know for now.